Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? JoeHart here. Person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. I think my camera is messing up again. I think I need to I used to cover it with a post-it note. And I think the sticky stuff made it sticky and icky and not clear. And I didn't really know how to clean that up, but I tried to clean it. And so I tried to clean it and tried to clean it. And it seemed to work. But now it seems like it's something's back. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with my thing, but sorry about that. So let's see here. Go over the banners. Hide that. Hide that. So anyway, this is my third stream for today so far, and then I have another one for today. And these first three, the last two in this one, is basically a placeholder for I'm not exactly sure what I mean by that, but just last year in 2022, I went to more than 20 races, not all NASCAR. There were other things like Formula One, Formula E, IndyCar, and IMSA, and something else. Oh, SCCA. So I was all over the place, though. I mean, series wise, and also country wise too. But I was so I went to about 20 or 22. It was more than 20 races I went to last year. So when I go to a race, I cover various things. I'm usually media, whether I'm formally credentialed or not. I'm still a media person at the event. And it ends up that most of my viewers, at least on TikTok, but I think this is true with all my platforms, my viewers tend to really like the haulers parade or the haulers entering. And it's always been a real important thing for me to cover, to carry, for whatever reason, so I know I know all streamers are different and all viewers are different and all platforms are different. Everything's different. But I think there are some generalities. But, for my TikTok, I would do some stuff on TikTok and have hundreds of viewers. And then I would do other stuff on TikTok and get thousands of viewers. And then for the haulers parade and the haulers entering, I get 10,000 viewers. So, I mean, it's an incremental, exponential, more popular thing. So I'm, thinking that might be possible in my other platforms and destinations. I don't know, but probably. So that's kind of my thinking on the haulers enter. Now, I'm covering some of the stuff I'm covering this weekend is for NASCAR being at Phoenix Raceway in Avondale, Arizona, which is Phoenix suburb. And for most of the time I've been talking about it, I've been saying it's a double header. It's not a triple header, but really, I guess the way I would describe it is I guess it's a mini triple header. So the races this weekend at NASCAR, of course, is the NASCAR Cup Series. And then the second tier, a NASCAR Xfinity Series. And then the mini Triple Crown would be the ARCA Menards Racing Series or Series. ARCA Menards Series. Yeah, I guess racing is not in the name. Their Twitter is ARCA_racing. That's why I keep confusing it. But it's really called ARCA. Sorry. But I think it's formally called ARCA Menards with a plural S race series. So that was the 3 haulers enter I did. The first one was the ARCA, and then the last one I just did was the Cup, and then this one's Xfinity. They are more placeholders, but and that will evolve about what that means and how it applies and things like that. But basically, if I do start going back to races, which, when I'm on the road, I never want to come off the road. And when I'm off the road, I never want to hit the road. So it's kind of a oddity kind of thing. So anyway, I'm going to, if the haulers enter are on time, it's supposed to start in 2 minutes, and it's scheduled from it's in Phoenix, so it's mountain time. And for today and tomorrow, the time difference is 2 hours to my Eastern Standard Time. On Sunday, it'll be 3 hours because this area of Arizona doesn't have daylight savings time, and where I'm at for Eastern Standard Time, they do have daylight savings time. So one will change their clocks, one won't, and then it goes from 2 hour difference to 3 hour difference. Anyway, so if it's on time, it's going to be from 1 p.m. Again, that's my time. In 1 minute. It should be 1 minute scheduled for 2 hours. It never takes 2 hours. It never takes 45 minutes. It's usually 20, 30 or so minutes. Now, some of the series, especially the lower series, don't always start on time. They start early. It's just, whenever, they schedule things to not conflict. But as soon as something's done and there's no conflict, they, send them in early. Now, the Cup, there, which was the last one, which was from 11 to 1. It was scheduled. My time locally, Eastern time. That one generally starts on time because that's the main event. So it doesn't have to work around schedules. So it schedules the best time for it, and then it does it. The other stuff moves around because, it doesn't take 2 hours for ARCA, and then it doesn't take 2 hours for Cup, and then so they move around. Anyway, I did some searching earlier for ARCA and then a little bit of searching for Cup, looking for if I could find any live streams. Again, when I'm at the track, I'm live streaming or TikToking, usually both, the haulers entering, any series that's there. Cup is usually called a parade, and the others are usually called haulers enter, but they're basically the same thing. It's just a huge line of 30, 40 or so team trucks, bringing in the cars. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find anything. Something is really caught in my throat. Sorry, I apologize for that. I know that's really loud, especially if you have earbuds and stuff. So I apologize. Anyway, it's so I might show what I'm going to show, and then I might do some more searches and stuff. But I try to look on TikTok, which some of those are live, not all of them are live. And then Twitter, and that'd probably be my biggest bet. It might be on Twitter to find a live stream for the Xfinity haulers entering, and then just generally Google, just get on the Google and see if there's any stuff. So I'm going to start showing some stuff, and then I'll do that searching. Although it is pretty quick. So let me see here. So haulers enter Phoenix. comes up with 1. That is so weird. Anyway, I got a couple searches going there. So we have passing a NASCAR hauler driving into town. And then ever wondered what a NASCAR hauler looks like? And then this is a repeat from last stream, but it was good. And so is number 48, hauler driver Andy Gillis, look at a day in the life NASCAR hauler. And then how to wrap a NASCAR hauler. So some of these are shorts and real quick, and some are less and things like that. So I'm going to probably go through those 4 things. Of course, thank you very much for being a viewer of my stream. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate the watchers and the viewers and the listeners. And some people call them lurkers. I don't really care for that word much, although I guess there's a couple people that might be lurking. But Iram, how are you? I'm just doing my this is my 3rd stream about haulers. This is the Xfinity series. Again, it's just a placeholder, so it's just a couple minutes. How are you? It's good to see you. But yeah, from the last stream, we don't want to hear you were lonely. That's fine. It's good. I'm I don't know if you're a male or a female. I'm not sure what you are. But I'm guessing you might be female, but I don't know. But yeah, get out and meet people where you're at and check out, churches and marketplaces and malls. And there's a lot of people to female. Okay. Well, yeah, there's a lot of places. I personally think it's a little easier for females to meet people than males because. But there's places you can go and stuff. So anyway, let's I asked, so you answered. Thank you very much. But yeah, let's try to focus on this stuff. So let's see here. So I'm going to show this is a real quick thing. So present, share screen, passing NASCAR. I've already followed you, Iram. I've already followed you. So I searched Iram Guru on YouTube, please. I beg you. I've already followed you, so you can see my name will be there, JoeHart. And you can follow me back if you want. But yeah, I don't know if I haven't looked at your videos yet. I mean, I'm really busy so far today, but I'm busy most days. But yeah, I'll check your stuff out. So this is passing Bubba Wallace's hauler. That's it, number 23 there. And then this is filmed from a car, and they're passing them. 23 XI Racing, which is Michael Jordan's team. Michael Jordan's the owner, with Denny Hamlin is the owner, co-owner. You too, Iram. Thanks for stopping by. You too. Thanks. But yeah, meet people. Get out and meet people. Malls and shopping centers and churches, and there's a lot of great places to meet people. So for sure. Okay, so let me remove that from the screen and stop that, and then let's do another one. And I think this is a short too, 32 seconds. Engineering going wrong. Let's let me see. Is it on? Okay, it's on the screen. Watch Momo and Lulu's victory dance on YouTube, please. I beg you. I'll try to get to it. Thank you. Begging. I know probably English isn't your primary language, but begging's probably not a good thing. I tend to shy away from the word beg, and probably most Americans shy away from the word beg. So I don't know. The please is good enough, or I ask you. Maybe I ask you. I don't know. So let me go off screen and do a full screen, and then I'm going to start it. So this is the inside of a hauler, and they're just walking down the middle of it. This is the length of it, the 72 feet or whatever it is, and there's a poster there and stuff, and I don't know who that was. Maybe Dale, maybe Denny Hamlin. I'm not sure. That's interesting. I've been in a couple of these. That's where all the tools are, of course. Russo is probably the name of the. Oh wow, that was quick. I'm gonna play it again just so I can get a better. So yeah, walks into the back door there, and then now they're in the hauler, and just walking down the thing. I'm not sure who this is. Let's see. It's too quick. I'm not sure what that shirt was, or that number was, or that driver, but looks kind of like, I don't know. This is probably a higher end, and then it has the machines right there to build things. So so there's that, and then let me go search some things, and let me bring that out. That's the truck series. Let's see. So I'll show this thing. Need to tell you something for you. Okay, Iram. I thought you said you were taking off. So this is 33 seconds. So it says headed to Phoenix to race 70 to race. Headed to Phoenix to race. Number 78, race hauler, NASCAR, Jake Brake, Detroit, 127, Detroit, trucker, old school trucker, FYP, loud trucks, semi, Freightliner, Arizona, Las Vegas, always on the road, always on the move. 10 speed. Oh, 10 speeds. Maybe it's 10 speed. So this is 33 seconds. And I guess we're actually in the truck. So this is, you know, not that the driver is supposed to be streaming, but it appears from the eye. So this is now above. Be Survivor. How are you? I'm here, Joe. Hello, Be Survivor. It's good to see you. I don't know if you've seen my schedules and my notifications, but I've, you know, I go from not scheduling anything. Now I've scheduled a whole bunch. But anyway, I'm trying to, that's what I would like to do. Anyway, it's just for today. I don't know if I'm going to do that every day and every week and everything, but sorry, my eyes really itch. Excuse me. Doing good. How are you doing good today? Pretty good. I've you know, this says haulers enter. You know, this says haulers enter. So I actually scheduled 3 streams. This is my 3rd stream today. I scheduled all 3 and they're about haulers entering. You know, there's the 3 series at Phoenix Raceway this weekend in Avondale, Arizona. And there's 3 series, ARCA Menard series or ARCA Menard series, NASCAR Xfinity series, and NASCAR Cup series, all 3. And so I did one of each. And anyway, it was I'm a roller coaster. So, you know, the first one seemed to go pretty well. You know, it's like the 3 Bears and Goldilocks, I think. First stream seemed to go really well. The second stream did not go really well, but I was getting news and information and stuff, you know, as I was streaming, and some of it didn't set real well with me. So that wasn't any fun. And then this one is like medium. So it's like the medium porridge, you know, hot, the first one. Oh no, I guess hot isn't good. But anyway, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It's my roller coaster ride. So yeah, these are kind of just placeholders. These are you know, I tell, but how are you, Be Survivor? How are you doing? Did you you know, I'm gonna have to ask, did you see my 2nd, 3rd short? And it's supercars, and I assume no one's going to have any interest in supercars. And I went really fast. I think I did the I don't know if you've known, but I'm doing this teleprompter. You know, Liza Bell Jean recommended a teleprompter, or, you know, I mean, I had already thought of them, but she was like, hey, you know, you might want to think this, and then, you know, write a script, and shorts are 60 seconds or less. So anyway, I'm doing these teleprompters, but you can pick a timer. So you have a script, and if you pick the timer to be 30 seconds, it will scroll twice as fast as if you picked 60 seconds. So it scrolls, you know, it'll get to the bottom at the end of however many seconds you say. Nightbot is here. Yes, Iram. Oh my God. No, don't. No need to swear. No need to worry about it. It's not extremely exciting. It's supercars. I don't even know what placeholder means, but I think a lot of the stuff I'm doing is just placeholders. You know, I did a short. And of course, my ultra extreme critiquer needed to immediately tell me that I needed to delete it. And they don't have filters. And so they just say things. And I'm like, can you let me just breathe? You know, can you? So anyway, I deleted it, of course. But that was, I can't believe I forgot the 3rd second one. I can't believe you did either. But no, I mean, don't I mean, really, I mean, it is I mean, I'd love for you to see it. I'd love to get your honest feedback, your critiquing and all that kind of stuff. But it really doesn't matter at all. I mean, these are just placeholders. I'm just trying to learn how to do shorts. Um, I'm trying to learn how to use the teleprompter. It's it's all my devices are Frankensteins. They're band-aids all over the place. I have the teleprompter on one device and I have I mean, it's a nightmare, I would say, on how I get things done. Things are half over here and half over there. So I'm just trying to get it done. So I know it has successfully posted. It really so really it's I don't want to keep saying it's a test, but it's a don't worry, be survivor. Don't worry at all. Now, the one good thing about shorts, or, I mean, for me, I see it as a good thing, is they're 60 seconds or less. So, man, if I asked you to go watch my last stream, and, this is my third stream today, but, it was probably 40 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes, so that's a time commit. And those are really fast for me. So, anyway, shorts are kind of cool. They're just 60 seconds and stuff. But there's, I can usually critique myself. And the first one was really special. I wish I was able to use the one version of the first one, the first video. Excuse me. The unpublished vision. But I'm learning. I'll figure out how to do that next time or the next or the next or the next. Things are evolving. But supercars, it's a placer. It's I'm going to get ramped up on these 237 motorsports series to hello, Iram. I hope you are having a nice day. Yeah, Iram's been here for a while, second or third time, and she gets she gets a little she likes to mention how things are going, and she puts hearts and talks about how she's in love and with me, and she's lonely and stuff. But anyway, it's good to see you, Iram, of course. So yeah, having a nice day for sure. That's good. So anywho, I did just show let's see what else we got here. What's on Twitter? Oh, okay. Oh, that would be neat. I don't know how long that is. 14 seconds. Okay. Oh. I not only don't know the voice inflection, but is E next to W? Oh, okay. So those two E's are really W's. Aw. Well, she's over somewhere in Turkey or somewhere, Pakistan, Turkey, Japan, somewhere over there. But I don't always receive those, and anyway, those social cues. I don't think I'm on the spectrum, but I have certainly thought that I'm on the spectrum sometimes. So I sometimes miss social cues for sure. So anyway, I'll pronounce the E's, except it's, the E is right next to the W. So I'm sure it's a typo. So this is Twitter. Nope, better not do that. Forget that. This is TikTok. It's we showed it earlier, but I'll show it again. This is You are truly a black belt typo reader. Well, I always look, like if I'm streaming on my iPad, I can't easily look on a keypad, but I'm on my desk, I'm on my laptop. So I look at where the W is, and the W is next to the E. So it's a typo, of course. But if E was not near the W, you meant to say, ah, wee, oh, wee. Where are we? Where? So it would depend where the E is. So I tried, I like to put my OCD to good whatever purpose. So yeah, that's you truly are a black belt typo reader. Now the heart gave, that would have been a natural would have been a, pretty logical response. So there's that working for me too. And the heart. So, but anyway, that's on my iPad, I'm clueless. I'm like, is the letter next? And I'm, literally looking for a device. I'm like, I want to grab my phone and get to a keypad, and keypads don't come up naturally. You have to find it. So I'm like, okay, where's the keypad? And I don't even know, I would go to Twitter. I would just want a keypad. So I would open a Twitter. I would open a tweet and just to get the keypad. And then I'm like, okay, QWERTY, where is, he is, so yeah, it's strange how that works, which is pretty common. I mean, I don't think it's OCD. I mean, it is OCD. But I think other people do similar things where they're not completely OCD. It's just a good, like, well, who's that? Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought someone came backstage and it was moving. I was like, is that a peen moving? But that's me. Or not me. It's the thing you're looking at right now, the truck 23 right there that's being passed by a car. That's what's backstage. So I didn't, I was caught off guard. Anyway, this is like 13 seconds. It keeps cycling. So it's number 23. That's Bubba Wallace's truck. He races for 2311 Racing, which is Michael Jordan's company. Denny Hamlin owns it, also co-owner. So, okay, so I'm going to remove that from the stream and stop screen. So, anyway, let's see here. So we've got past the NASCAR hauler driving into town. That's the 2311 we saw. And then ever wondered what a NASCAR hauler looks like? And we saw that. That was 32 seconds. And then this is a minute 59 seconds, but pretty cool. Number 48 hauler driver, Andy, someone, look at a day in the life, NASCAR hauler. And then how to wrap a NASCAR hauler, the very base. I'm going to do the 2-minute one. One of my viewers last time was like, he is so, I don't know if they said buffed or anyway, they tend to notice, that about men. So I'm going to show it again, I guess. So share screen. And I'm going to stay on the, I'm going to, golly, a lot of Nightbots. So, okay. So I'm going to stay on screen just in case that helps my plea in the future. If ever I get in trouble, I don't know why I think that, but if I just have this, anyway, I'm going to be on screen for you all. I'm going to be off screen for me so that I can hit play and all this stuff. So anyway, so I'm going to go off screen, but you still see me. So this is number 48 hauler driver, Andy, and he puts his name right at the beginning of this video. I forget his name, Gallus or Hallis or something like that. Look at a day in the life of NASCAR hauler. 1 minute, 59 seconds. Of course, there's no audio, so I'll talk over it. And it starts 3, 2, 1. And it's weird not having audio, of course, with Andy Gillis. Andy Gillis. So I haven't talked a whole bunch about Gillis, but I love music. And one of my more favorite musicians and everything, one of my more favorite songwriters, singers, musicians, guitarist, drummer, it's all one person, is Jack White of the White Stripes fame and the Rock on Tours fame and the Dead Weather fame and his solo fame. I just love him. He is so great. But when the White Stripes came out, they came out, they were always really vague about their situation, but they kind of came out with the situation that they were brother sister. They just, they were brother sister, or they kind of assumed that, or like when they'd be interviewed, they're like, so you're brother and sisters, right? And they would just kind of nod but not answer. And so that was always what it was thought, that they were brother and sister. Now what actually happened, what I love the band. Ooh, White Stripes, great band. So I love the band, but I ended up, got on Amazon and bought like 5 different books of the history of White Stripes, and they're all puny, 60 page, kind of the book that I can actually finish. And I bought all 5 of them. I don't know where they are because I want to read them. It's been, 5, I forget what I read yesterday, but it's been 5 or 10 years since I read it. Anyway, what ended up happening. Oh, the other thing, I mean, there's a lot of stories I can tell you about the White Stripes. So I guess I'll take this off screen. I love music, and I've always loved music my entire life. I'm the youngest of 9, and I have 5 older sisters. So I was born in 1960. So when Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band of the Beatles came out in, I think, 1965 or 1966, I was 5. I put it on my sister's, turntable and played it over and over until I learned every single word. So I just have always loved music, and I know it and I follow it and I know all the bands and all that kind of stuff. Well, somehow, and I know how this happened, but somehow the White Stripes became a band. They came out as a band and they put out, 6 or 7 or 8 albums, and then they retired. And I never knew them when they were active, when they were an active band, which blows me away because I know tons of music. Well, it ends up, I kind of know what happened is I have God, I can't tell these stories. Anyway, I had a loved one that the event was the greatest event in my life, and that was my only priority in life. I'm sure y'all can kind of guess what I'm talking about, but anyway, it was the center of my universe, and so it was that exact years, that big event that I helped with the delivery, was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And once that happened, I was like, I don't even remember what my priorities were before this, but anyway, it was huge. So that was the year they came out, and then 8 years later, I was a little more, that's when you let them fly and all that kind of stuff, or whatever. So I was like, where did this band come from? Anyway, the reason I'm telling you this story about Gallus, which was the video we were just watching, they kind of made it seem like they're brother sister, but actually they were husband wife. And then actually, dates are just phenomenal. It actually ended up, they got divorced before they put out their first album. I think within months, but they got divorced and then they put out their album, and then they did all these 8 albums. Anyway, Jack White is kind of different, and he's quirky, and I wouldn't say idiosyncratic, but he's quirky. But anyway, when they got married, her name was Meg White, and his name was, this is the story, his name was Jack Gallus, Gallis, the exact same spelling of this video that we were just going to watch, the hauler driver. So his name was Jack, which I'm sorry, John Gallus. His name was John Gallus, which John, another name for John, is Jack, I do believe. John Kennedy he also went by Jack Kennedy. I think they're interchangeable for some people, Irish people. Anyway, he was John Gallus. So when he got married to Meg White, he changed his name to Jack and then White. He took her last name when they got married. So he went from John Gallus to Jack White when he married Meg White. And then they had the same last name. Then they could be, are they brother, sister? Are they husband, wife? Whatever. And by this time they're divorced. So, and that was his name. He's been Jack White forever, but he took it from her by getting married to her. Isn't that wild? So, and I don't know if Gallus would have been as popular. I think White's a cool last name. But anyway, okay, that's my story. And I'm sticking with it, whether it's the truth or not. So let's go back to Gallus. Let's watch this guy. Oh, that's interesting. I never knew that. Yeah, like my brother's alternative, and he got married, and they both hyphenated. No, actually, I'm sorry. My brother hyphenates their two last names, and his wife does not hyphenate, but it's the two last names. Formally, they're legally, it's two slightly different names. So I've seen things like that. There's some alternative men that would want to take the woman's name. But of course, my holy moly, where am I? Let me go. Okay, there I am. Sorry. So another story about me. Golly, I can't tell these stories. I keep I have challenges with the open internet and safety, and how I live stream, so I can share my stuff, but no one else in my life has said, "Hey, Joe, why don't you share my stuff?" So I don't have the right to share other people's stuff. And it bugs me because I like to share about my life and other people. But I have heard of this guy. There was this guy I knew that he got married. This other guy I knew got married. And when they got married, his wife took his last name. And the wife casually said, "Well, I don't really like my maiden name, so I like your name." And then this guy and his wife got divorced. And many, many years later, this guy's wife says, "Gee, can I keep your name? Because I don't like my..." And I was like, "No, I'm sorry." This guy said, "Well, you married me. Of course you can have my name." And so this guy, anyway, that person kept the name indefinitely. And actually, the wife actually got married again and still has kept the first husband's last name. So it's kind of, anyway, enough about that stuff. Let's get back to Gallus. So I'm going to go off screen. I'm going to, even though we can't hear anything, I'm going to go back to the beginning so we can see the Gallus name. So, okay, in 3, 2, 1, I'm going to start the video without audio. And I'm going to do full screen so everybody can watch. So 3, 2, 1. So on the road with Andy Gillis. Maybe he's related to John Gillis or Jack Gillis. 48 hauler driver. Again, 2-minute long thing. He drives for Hendrick, 48. That's Ally is the sponsor, and the driver is Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman. Bowman the Showman. That's his nickname, and he hates that. I would hate that too. Bowman the Showman. He's not very showy. He's kind of boring, but He's not one of my more favorite. So anyway, yeah, bulked. I forget what Liza Bell called this guy, but she was like ripped. I think ripped was the word. He was like, he's so ripped or something. And the tattoos, and I pointed out the tattoos. But there's 2 cars there. That's the fire suit, Ally, the fire suit. And now he's shopping. That was quick. Poof, he's back. The truck haul, the hauler driver is usually the cook. He's beautiful. Like minds, you two must think alike. So look at those tats everywhere. And when and I think buffed was the word I think Liza used, but anyway, I told her, especially for the crew members, which are the ones that go over the wall and change the tires and carry the gas can, most of all of them are let's see here. So most all of them are retired professional athletes, football players, basketball players, baseball players, and or retired police and military and stuff. So they're generally in very, very, very good shape. Now that may not necessarily be the hauler driver, but this guy in particular is beautifully buffed, as some of my viewers say, beautifully buffed. And so one of the things that these very athletic people have to do, and I've mentioned it before because it blows me away, and it's not extremely safe because they're on pit road, but pit road, generally a race has 40 cars in it, so there's generally 40 cars on pit road, not all at the same time. They usually do half and half if they're doing all of them at one time, so it's usually 20 of them on pit road and then 20 more. So there's a lot going on. Cars coming in, cars going out, cars hitting each other, cars sliding, cars going sideways, backing up, all sorts of stuff. A lot of stuff going on. Anyway, these athletic crew members, I would say, and I can't make a guess, but I would say once every 2 races or once every 3 races, they will jump. That's really cool. I didn't realize so many were retired athletes and cops and stuff. That is cool. I mean, it is, and I mean, it's like the adrenaline, if you're a cop and you're retired, you're like, I need adrenaline. I just need adrenaline. And, a professional football player, they kind of probably need the money. So they're like, how can, and it's, I'm sure it's not comparable in money, but it's, it's probably pretty sizable. So they probably, it's that adrenaline fix, the money, the adrenaline, so it kind of makes sense. But anyway, cars going in and out, in and out, in and out. So I would say at least once every 3 race or so, one of the athletes, one of these really buffed athletes, will jump over a car. They will jump over a car. That's high jumping. Most humans can't high jump. Apparently, a lot of professional athletes can high jump, especially, they have the fire suit on and they're probably carrying a tire, or, they're probably, a tire, I think, is 80 pounds. I might be wrong on that, but I think they're 80 pounds. So you're carrying a lot. That might be wrong. It might be 40 pounds. Anyway, we'll find out. So anyway, they're jumping over the car. So, they may still get sideswiped and stuff like that, but you jump over so that you don't go under the car. So it's just fascinating how athletic they are. So anyway, that's Gillis. That's Gillis. Let me see what else we have. So yeah, let's do this. This shows how to wrap a NASCAR hauler, which is kind of cool. The theme is haulers because we're not seeing, let's see, it's 142. So the haulers, my topic, haulers entering for Xfinity into Phoenix, is now over. It started at 1, it's scheduled through 3, but it never takes 2 hours. It usually takes 20 to 30 or so minutes. So it's probably just over, but it's still over. So I might check a TikTok because some of TikTok is live and some TikTok is recorded. So let me show this thing, and then maybe we can go see if TikTok has anything to show us. So this is a quick thing. I'll let it cycle a few times. I would guess it's 8 to 10 seconds. I'll go off screen so I can read those things in case you can't read it. Now it's gonna start. How to wrap a NASCAR hauler. Align the vinyl sheets. Remove backing paper and stick to hauler. Squeegee and make it smooth. Finish details and repeat with next sheet. And see, he has the fire blower there that, you know, that tightens it up and everything. So I mean, it's a pretty cool thing. I mean, it's pretty cool, you know. And we were you know, the last couple of days we've been talking about Chase Elliott and breaking his leg and being out of the race. And I saw Bob Pockris, who I think is the authority of NASCAR. He said it might be 1 to 3 months, which is a huge range. But Hendrick said, you know, probably at least 6 weeks, but we don't know. We're just saying, no, approximately 6 weeks, but they're just approximating. But 3 months, that's very different. 3 months is 13 weeks because, you know, it's not just 4 weeks. You add one because the, you know, 1/4 of the year, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's 13 weeks. So that's pretty bad. Anyway, most NASCAR cars are car wrapped, and they've been car wrapped for 5, 10, 15 years. Now, there used to be an exception, like, yikes, 3 months. Yeah, man, a lot of money. And of course, since you saw my short, you know I'm so passionate about the sponsors. I would be furious. I would be furious. I would be furious. Did I already say that? I think he was irresponsible. And what was the other one? Irrespectful. I said 2 I words. Irresponsible, and the other one was more important. I forget what I said. 2 I words. Inconsiderate. He was inconsiderate, number one, and irresponsible, which, I mean, that's less important. I think the inconsiderate was the big thing. So, anyway, as of 2 or 3 or 4 years ago, there was one exception to car wrapping your car. There was one sponsor, and their product they sell is paints. So they weren't going to car wrap their car. They were going to paint it, which is costlier and more time consuming and less perfect. And, you know, there's a lot of reasons why people like to car wrap them. But the company, the brand, you know, the sponsor name or the company name is called Axalta. 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 And that used to be DuPont paints. And now they're Axalta. But and there was just one. So anyway, Axalta currently is Hendrick. It's a Hendrick sponsor, which is where Chase Elliott is. And I do believe a couple years ago, Axalta was with William Byron, who just won last weekend. And I do believe, don't quote me on this, I think everything transitioned. I think there was a time that Axalta painted all 4 cars and said, I'm your sponsor. We do paint. We're going to show paint. You can't car wrap. And then I think 1 of the 2, 2 of the 2, 3 of the 2. And then they were just painting the 1 car. Number 24 with William Byron was painted every week, and everybody else was car wrapped. And they're like, what are you doing? And I think, don't quote me, but I think at this point in time, Everybody car wraps. But I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt if Axalta has still said, nope, we are painting the one car. And I've been to a lot of races, but I don't think I've ever remembered that when I was there and said, I want to examine the number 25 car from just, my OCD. I would examine the car. I'd go around that car close enough to touch it. I probably wouldn't touch it, but I would be close enough. I mean, I've been at a ton of races and I'd say, can I touch the back wing? And they'd say, sure, you can. So I've asked permission to touch a car. And if I was doing this, I'd ask them if I could. But anyway, I'd probably go around the car 10 plus times or more and examine everything. But I don't think of it. I don't go, that's a painted car. What's it? And they all used to be painted 20 years ago, 25 years ago. And then they started transitioning to car wrapping. But, and, some were, most of, the chassis was painted, but then they car wrapped the rest. And I mean, these days, everything is car wrapped. The chassis can come with a color, it can be painted black, or it just comes with a color. And then everything else is car wrapped. I mean, everything. Like I said, the chassis just has a color. It's not painted for the color scheme. Sorry, I'm talking about this too much. So anyway, I wanted to do pretty quick streams. What's my next one? There's a pretty big break to my next stream. It's at 4:55, but it's a long one. I'm going to do, I'm going to just use my cheat sheet. So I might be a little off. Okay, better not do that. Let me look at the schedule. So Friday, March 10th. Okay, so my next stream is going to start at 4:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 2:55. Okay, yeah, okay, that's right. Okay. So these are local time to Phoenix, which is 2 hours behind until Sunday, and then they're 3 hours behind. Our clocks change, their clocks do not change, and so it turns into 3 hours. Even though they're mountain time, I do believe, but it's going to look like Pacific time. Anyway, so the events tonight during my stream, which I can't show anything, I would be just showing, I would just be showing live timing, and, it will evolve. I'm sure one of my researchers likes to make sure I get good things to share and stuff. I just noticed Discord. I'll go there after this. So my stream is at 4:55 Eastern Standard Time, and within 5 minutes, from 3 to 3:45, ARCA practice, 4 to 4:20 ARCA qualifying, 4:35 to 5:25 Cup practice. And then 6 p.m., which is 8 p.m. 6 p.m. is the race, the ARCA race, 150 laps, 150 miles. So that's also what's probably the neatest thing about, and I mentioned this in a different reason earlier on a couple of my streams, but one of the significant things about the track this weekend, Phoenix, is that's where the championship is this year, and it has been the last 3 or 4 years, and it probably will be the next 3 or 4 years. I don't know. They changed it to Phoenix because it was at Homestead, Miami, forever, like 25 years, and everybody's like, okay already. So I thought they were going to change it up more, but currently it's Phoenix. So anyway, Phoenix gets 2 races. So there's one now in March and then one in November for the end of the year. So that's kind of cool because people, last year, NASCAR Cup got a new car. So everybody went to every track with no notes. They had no notebooks, no nothing, no experience with this current charge. I shall be there. I shall be there for it. I may be a few minutes late, depending on what time we end up going to the store, but I will be there. Well, thank you so much. And, that's fine. Just come and go as you wish. I think this is like my second big weekend for streaming. So I'm gonna, the weekend before is where I got in trouble. So, I do far better sharing videos, but I can't do that. So it evolves on what I can show. So, I was streaming last night and I like this show Live Timing, but one of the live timings from last night was saying, hi, we're the owner of this and, you can't use it and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, golly. So most live timing, I think, is, usable, I think. At least that's what I've been doing so far. So anyway, it will evolve about what I can share. The ARCA practice may not be on live timing, but the ARCA qualifying will be. And, and it's on TV, so people can do their TV. 6:30 p.m. is FS2, 7:30 p.m. FS1, and 8 p.m. is FS2. So I know there's some people that don't have FS2. So thank you so much, B Survivor. That's so nice of you. Anyway, sorry, lots of congestion, I think. I'm not sure why. So TikTok, I'll close that, see if there's anything else. No, I don't see anything. Twitter, I'd love to show that, and it has 6,000 views, but it's there's a lot of names there. So I'm just checking to see if this one shows and Fanzo is speaking. So Ross Chastain. Anyway, this is my pleasure, Joe. Iram, if you are still here, maybe we will catch you on the next stream. She's been on every stream recently, all three earlier today, and I think both of them last night. So she's found something. I'm not sure what. Oh. So, okay. I'm going to take a risk. Twitter, and this is long. It's 2 hours and 49 minutes. 2 minutes, 49 seconds. But it'll be no audio and I'll be talking over it. But Ross Chastain, who is a new up and comer, and I think he currently has number one position in points, which is incredible because they had a great year last year as their debut year, and people thought they were lucky, but they finished the year third and ninth or something. They were really good. And now this year it's first and fourth, I think, or first and fifth or something like that. Anyway, he did a really crazy move last year, which I should probably do a little more research and find a perfect video. But this one's 249 and it'll be explained and stuff. So, oh yeah, we won't hear the video. So I'm going to talk over it, of course. So anyway, if you have not seen this 249 will be kind of cool. I'll stay on screen in case that helps me.
He's coming to the wall, too. He gets the work.
I don't think that's the right, they call them paint. I don't think that's the right car. So I think they're showing a different, I'm sorry, I didn't watch any of this, and I don't know why. Oh, I guess because I think I have too many things open. I just randomly closed about 17,000 things. Keeps freezing in the same place. I'm not having much luck with this. Maybe the gods are telling me something. The YouTube gods. Luggy, luggy, lug. Anyway, he floors it and turns right to hit the wall. So I'm not exactly sure where he is, but he'll come up. I think he's right behind these guys, and then he hits the wall. But he's number one wherever he is. Oh, there he is right there. He's on the wall there. It's every driver says, "Oh man, people do that in a video game, but they don't do that in real life." So right there, he'll be in the background on the wall. Right there. Anyway, that's not good. That's not a great videotaping. Sorry, that didn't really work. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up here. Let me just go through my tabs real quick. StreamYard here, and then off screen is YouTube, Kitty Cat, and then Studio for Kitty Cat. Oh, I thought that was supposed to be. So TikTok, Twitter, but I'm not being able to do things on Twitter, and then Nightbot, and then NASCAR Official because I closed all the other things. So, okay. Anyway, I think I'm going to head out. Thank you very much for all my live viewers and live comments. Thank you, B, as always. You are a rock star. Thank you to IREM. There's places you can go, IREM. You can meet people. You don't have to be lonely. Church, malls, shopping malls, grocery stores. There's a lot of places to meet people. I don't do that. So it doesn't apply to me, but I would recommend it to you. ought to do that. That'd be nice if I did that, but I don't do that. So, anyway, thank you for the recorded viewers. I'm sorry I went over an hour. I told you I'd try to get these to 30 minutes, 45 minutes for the haulers. And then any other stream, I want to get to an hour and a half max. I hope I can do that. Now, weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is all dependent on the events. And I'm trying to cram as many events into one stream that are almost touching each other with the times without going too long. You know, last Sunday I did 10 hours, 3 races. I knew, and I got feedback that maybe you should have done 3 streams, 3 races. You know, LinkedIn ends after 4 hours. Facebook ends after 8 hours, you know, so, you know, I thought it was a good idea to, so anyway, it's always evolving, but, shout out to all my, destinations that I'm streaming to, the platforms, but, thank you for your views, your comments here, your comments there for all my platforms. And that would include Facebook profile, Facebook page, LinkedIn profile, YouTube. That's my newest thing. I've added YouTube JoeHart, and then YouTube Francis Assistant, my cute little kitty cat, and then Twitter, and then Twitch. I'm still trying to understand, and then 2 Twitters, but only one worked. I'll probably get rid of the one that hasn't worked for almost 2 weeks now, or, you know, get rid of it from here and then maybe add another one. And then I'm going to do that right now when I go off, if I remember. Hey, by the way, yeah, let's go watch that short, that 60-second short. It's no problem, but I'm just being a reminder in case you wanted a reminder. So we can all go watch the 3rd second, or the 2nd third. I think it's the 3rd. You know what I mean. So, okay, everybody, thank you so much. I'm going to hit Ed Broadcast twice. Comments stay open. I'm going to check all the streams, and then I'm going to hit Leave Studio, and that's when the comments are knocked out. So thank you. End broadcast in 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to hit it again. So end the 3rd second one. End broadcast in 3,